It's gonna be heavy. There you are. I need to give you the messages. Okay, let's see. All right. Brianna, are you there? Hang on. I can't see you, but I can see your picture. But it says it's connecting to audio. Up, up, up. Something's happening. Something's happening. Hold on. There we go. Can you hear me?
Hi, how are you? Yeah.
I am well. How are you?
Good.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, me too. Me too. Let's get into this. Okay. All right. So number one, first off, normally I don't have my ring light out, but we're packing for a trip and my husband has rearranged my entire closet. So you will have
no worries.
Behind me. Another thing is people always ask, how do I get messages or how does this work? Right. So before we go into it, it's just going to be me. I'm going to have this cute little pen. I'm also going to have this adorable little notepad. And the only thing I do on it is scribble. I mean, it's not on the back side, but that's all I do. I just scribble the entire time. It kind of just allows my body to do one thing while my brain is out in La La Land doing something else.
Okay.
Is that people ask, how do you get messages? So
yeah.
Right. So I get everything at one point, and it depends on what your connection is with them. It also depends on how long they've been passed. How did they die? Certain ones will feel certain ways. Some will be stronger than others. If they were a chatty Cathy in life, they're going to be, my camera has not messed up at all. So people are in here. Autofocus. This is a $400 like a hardcore camera. I did that yesterday, and then my Christmas tree lights went off too. So just watch out for that. It says I always mess around with stuff. I'm kidding. I'm always kidding. So he's like always joking, always kidding.
Yeah.
As he says. Hang on. So I will get I'll get signs and symbols that mean something to me.
Okay.
He's a word person though. I get feelings and emotions that'll come through. So he's trying to tell me, how something is by the way it feels. I will get to where they put me in different situations or scenarios and try to make me relive it, feel it, see it, experience it. That's really good for how people passed. And then the last one, which is my personal favorite, is that I will get words and phrases that just show up in my head like that. And I got to tell you what they are. Something talking about dad, something talking about drinking, something talking about, we're just going to go with this. Let me put on my music really quick and we're going to figure out where is this? How does this work? I don't want to do that. I want to do this song today. Right now I have Gladiator on and I want to go into, I just have like grounding music the entire time. What is that called? That's the pearl. Okay, there we go. Boom. Perfect. Okay. Give me a second. We're switching the tone because that's where it needs to be. Talks about you. Like loves you, lover. I switched the tone. I was like, I know where this is going. I went from Gladiator to what am I on right now? This is Pearl Harbor, most romantic thing you can get. It says like lover. Where's his mom? He said he misses his mom.
He's such a mama's boy. She's at her house.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We'll get into that in just a second. I go, who else do you want? He goes, my mom, my mom. I miss my mom, like that. He said that some people thought our relationship was strange.
Like me and him, or him and his mom?
Him and his mom. Hang on. He's talking about, yeah, but it's not, there's not an undertone of that, but it's like how close they were. They would be like,
right.
You know, he's funny. He's weird. He's not weird. Okay, let me tell you what's happening in my head. That way you understand what I'm saying. He goes from talking in a very normal, I'm an adult voice, and then he goes to talking into like, I'm a 12-year-old boy voice. And yeah, it's like, oh no, but it just didn't. We want to make it like this.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I'm like, my brain is like frying on itself right now. He wanted you to be proud of him. He says, I guess I didn't get that way, Hang on. He's saying he messed up. I asked him what happened. He said he messed up. We'll figure out what that is. So they're talking about it. He said he lived with his mom. He lived with his mom for a long time. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I said, well, obviously everybody does. And he's talking about, no, I lived with my mama for many years.
Yeah.
Right now he's talking about living with his mom. He says, she always had the best intentions for me. Said, we'd get so mad at each other.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He's talking about how
that's why their relationship is strange. Yeah, they're super close, but they definitely butt heads.
Oh yeah, all the time. He must be some sort of Aries Leo, and she must be some sort of Taurus Capricorn.
Yeah, she's a Capricorn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a vibe. You can feel it. It's
so funny.
Isn't it weird? Yeah, there's a vibration. You're like his bud or something. I don't know, bud or something. Buddy, maybe. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Hang on. Wait. I don't know what buzz is. I don't know what he's trying to say.
Shut up! Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so sorry.
You're okay. No, because, like, what?
No, because beforehand I was like, you gotta come through. But he would say, when you said bud, he called everyone bud. He called me bub, and to get on my nerves, he would call me buzz. So the fact that like I was like, you have to say something that I would know. Like, you have to say a keyword. So the fact that you just said buzz of all, I'm so mad. But like, that's him.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Okay, he showed me a bumblebee, and then he showed me like on whenever you click a button on a game show and it goes, and I'm like, buzz, bub, what?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Is that B-U-B-Z though?
Yeah, B-U-Z-Z, like a bumblebee would buzz.
Perfect. Okay. See, he's doing good.
He's doing really good.
Yeah, this is the connection, because you have the connection, and because of what happened with him, where he is vibrationally, how he feels about the people around him. He doesn't feel dead, even though he is, but he doesn't feel like light and ethereal. He doesn't feel like, woo. He just feels like if I were to turn around, he'd be standing right here talking to me. Mm-hmm. That's how he is right now. And so that's why there's this connection. He says, I was trying to get up. I really do. So he's trying to level up. It's weird. Did he have like anger issues or like
definitely
mental
yes, mental anger, all of it.
Okay, because he goes, because he's turning into a little kid in my head right now.
Yeah.
I go, what? He goes, I have anger issues.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, fuck. I'm like, thank you. He's talking about how it's hard for him to hold a job. He's talking about how he likes drugs.
Yeah.
he goes, it's hard for me to hold the job. I like drugs. I go, oh, okay, cool. We can talk about that. Just straight up said that. He comes up and gives you a kiss on your head. Hang on. Mom was so disappointed in me. Because Mom,
I could see where he would think that. I understand what he
Mm-hmm.
means by that. That's not the case.
I know.
But yeah, I could definitely see him thinking that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He goes, Mom's so disappointed in me. I'm like, why? Why? Because it feels like only like love from her side and like,
Yeah.
I miss you, you know?
Right, yes.
Hang on. So what happened to you, dude? Hang on. Keeps talking about what did they do with, okay. I'm asking him what happened. He says, what did they do with my belt? I have no idea.
Oh my God. I have it. I have the belt.
What's so big about the belt?
Because he, without like saying too much, he really wanted this belt for a long time. And then right before he passed, he had it. And then another woman that had reached out to his mom kept saying the belt, it's a Gucci belt. And he's like very bougie. So the belt was like a big thing.
Really?
Yes. Oh my God. That's so funny that he's still talking about that. When I heard it the first time, I was like, of all the things, he would bring up this damn belt. So that's so funny that he's bringing it up again. I have it like in my closet.
You really? Okay. He keeps doing like this. I'm asking, I said, how did you die? How did this happen? And he's like on his pants, he's like taking, how they take a belt out? And he's like, the belt. And I'm like, okay, I'll ask about the fucking belt.
I have it. Yeah, I have the belt.
Okay, cool. You keep it. It's too small for you?
I haven't tried it on. It probably is though, because he's smaller than me.
Was he really? Okay. I go, oh, it's Gucci. I was like, she should wear it. And he like he smiles. He goes, it's too small for her. I was like, stop. I was like,
she's very skinny.
Yeah. He keeps showing me his like waist is like that big. Yeah. Like, yeah.
She's thin, skinny mini.
Very thin. Wait, so what? Wait. Let me go back. What? Did he like accidentally die?
Yes.
Of like an overdose or something?
Overdose, yeah.
Okay, cool. He goes, I go, can you tell me how you died? And he goes, I made a boo-boo. And I was like, okay. I go, was it suicide? What is it? And he's showing me like syringe. And so I'm like, oh, it's drugs. And he's like, and I go, oh, I get it. And he goes, yeah. I'm like,
yeah, he messed up.
Yeah, he did. He messed up. This wasn't an intentional overdose.
I wasn't sure, but I had like wrote notes beforehand and I was like, I just wanted to know like for sure. I didn't think he would do it on purpose, but it was like, I was like, I need you to say whether it was an accident or not. So. Oh,
well, there you go. Yeah, no, it was an accident. Because I'll tell you if it wasn't, they will come through and they'll talk about it. This is not intentional, not at all. This is an oopsie all the way through.
Yeah.
He was doing heroin.
He wasn't doing heroin. It was fentanyl, and they say that, but it's very similar. Yeah.
Yeah. So he keeps telling so the only reason I say that is because I go, what is this? And he makes me feel, sometimes people overdose. I've had them where their heart explodes, for meth or whatever. And he makes me feel this.
Yeah. We're pretty sure that's exactly what happened.
So for me, that's opioid. Done. Hold on. It felt good. It felt good though. It felt good.
I hope it did. Oh my God.
He's talking about riding the wave. Yes. He goes, good. It felt good though. It felt good. Ride the wave. You're such a ding dong. Hang on.
Oh my gosh.
He's so good. Wait. How would you try to pull him away from his mom? What were you doing?
Pull him. I was trying to move out before he passed. I was like really he lived with his mom. We both did up until he passed. So I was like, we gotta go. We were looking at apartments that day and I was like, we're leaving.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's taking y'all and he keeps pulling them away from mom. Okay.
Yeah. That was a good time.
Oh my God. Your mother eats when she's sad?
My mother or his mother?
His mother. His mother eats when she's sad?
Yeah.
Okay. He's talking about mom eating when she's sad. So she's bigger boobs or something like that.
Yes.
She's top heavy.
Yes.
She has like a longer face. Hang on. Wait. He loves you. He's like, I love her. How long did y'all know each other?
We knew each other, we knew of each other for a long time, but we were together for about 4 years.
Really? Okay. So no wonder. Yeah. It's weird because with him, you feel like an intimate sexual relationship, right? Like that's a thing, but you feel like brother and sister.
Yeah.
You feel like best friends, brother and sister all the way through.
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
hold on. Where are you going? Hold on. He says he couldn't get home. Wait, where? He's talking about marriage. He's talking about being together. He's talking about how he couldn't get his shit together. He's talking about how you supported him though. Like you were there. You're like, I know you're going through this. You're going through this. And he's talking about how he should have been able to do that. And he apologizes for that. And he goes, she's a good girl. She's a great girl.
He always says that.
She's a good girl, really. She's a great girl. You have no idea. And I'm like, I do. I can feel it. And he says, I was so worried about myself. I said, I know. He said, you would give him money for the things he needs and he would spend it on other things. And he's talking he says he's an asshole. I was like, you're not an asshole. You're just a stupid boy.
Yeah.
It's okay. He said that. Shut up. He talks about how you liked all of his tattoos and how you would take his shirt off, and he's talking about like rubbing his back or something like that. And then he says, she's with me because of and that's why I said, shut up.
That is him.
That is what they do. And I'm like, don't you take me down there. And they'll show it. Wait. He said he was a skinny bastard, wasn't he? I was like, I know you were. I'm stretching my neck. Hang on. Oh, his dad died? Really? I go, what happened? He said, when my dad died. I was like, really? Was dad a heavy drinker?
I think so.
Okay.
I never met his dad.
Talking about how he like keeled over one day. Or he's just talking about how
that's his stepdad, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He said, he just keeled over one day. Boop. I said, I know. Do you have the cats? Are you gonna get a cat?
His mom has a cat.
Okay. He goes, I said, what do you do? He's like, talk to the cat. I'm like, okay, who has the cat that we talk to? Okay, so that's mom.
Mom has the cat.
Hang on, he keeps making me hear you say, I dedicated this to you. And I don't know what he's trying to get to. Hang on. You ended up getting a tattoo for him?
Yeah.
Cool. He keeps having you here. He's making me touch myself like right here. I'm not saying it's here, but like that's what he's talking about. And I go, you're like, and I dedicate this to you. And he's like, man, I was so up and she didn't have any, and now look at her like that. And so like, yeah. So you got good.
I have bubs actually in his handwriting. That's why I thought it was so funny. Yeah. That's why when you said it, I was like, oh my God.
Okay. Yep. That would make sense. I'm like, why is this a freaking thing? See this. Okay. I love this. This session is great because it just feels like I'm talking to him in your house sometimes. And then in here, he's like bopping back and forth. And are you like on this kick to like, hold on. Are you like on this kick to make your skin look better and stuff like that right now or something?
I always have like a really in-depth like skincare routine. And I've done it to him like once or twice.
It's okay. He has you, he's like in your bathroom. That's the only reason I asked. That's never come up before. And he's like opening all like these bottles and he's opening like these toners and he's doing like this, like and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, and I'm like, skin? Okay.
I've known him. I've had a very big skin routine. I don't play.
Good. Okay, well, it looks great. Keep it up. I do too. Don't worry. I'm right there with you. Come on. I have everything from the micro needler to the Oreo. Yeah, it's great. Where are you going? Where are you going? He's like joking with you that you need to make like little pillows out of his socks. You're not.
I have so many of his socks.
Really?
Like 2 drawers full, yeah.
He says he gets his socks, like these long socks, and he like shoves socks down inside of the socks and then ties them up. And he's like, you should just throw them all around your room. And I'm like, you're so weird. Wait. Okay, you still have the same bed that y'all would sleep in? Okay, because he just said, I go, anything else in this room? And he looks at the bed and he says, we used to try to make babies in that bed. And I said,
God.
That's why I said that. Yes.
Yes, we have the bed.
Yes, but this is the type of character we have right now, and I love it. I want you guys' chart. I want to see why, you guys are this karmatic pair. Hang on. I want to get into why, how, where. Hang on. Where did you go? Come back over here. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? Are you okay with that? Hang on. Did he make you smoke? Wait, okay, this is random. Did he do you smoke weed?
I used to.
Okay. He's joking and he says, I made her smoke pot. And I'm like, okay, like joking about that. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, what? And I'm like, it's not anymore. It's not anymore, but it's this tiny thing. I was going back and forth. Is this a cigarette or is this pot? And then you smell it. And I'm like, oh, hang on. Yeah, all these weird things. What? I'm going back to that day. Hang on. Come here. He said he was already cold and they were shaking him. He was already cold and they were shaking him. Yeah. He's laying down. So he was laying down when this happened. Okay. He's like laying down, and in my head, he's laying down on his stomach for some reason. And he's like laying down and he's talking about he was already cold and people were shaking him. And he's like watching himself like, man, you fucking idiot. What are you doing? Yeah. He's talking about people are yelling at him coming in. Okay. Where was he at?
He was in his car.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. He's talking about. No CPR there. No CPR there at all. He's talking about if people were to try to get him out of his vehicle, how he would be like frozen in this position.
Oh my gosh.
Was he like coming back from work or something?
He just came back from rehab that day.
Rehab. Okay. Okay. He said, because he said I wasn't doing my job. That's why I'm
No,
like,
yeah, he wasn't working.
okay. So he wasn't doing his job. He just got out of rehab. His job was to stay sober.
Yeah, maybe that too.
Hold on. Got out, got it from a friend.
Probably.
What was his first hit?
Like ever or like
After.
like since he came home, yeah. Yeah.
He said, I go, what happened? He said, got out, got confident, got it from a friend, first hit, and that was it. He said he was looking good. He was looking good, man. He was looking good. He had gained a tummy and everything.
Yes, he gained weight while he's in rehab. He was really excited. He was so proud. Yeah, he looked really good that day.
He goes like this. I go, well, what about it? He goes, man, I was looking good. I go, really? He goes, yeah, I gained a tummy and everything. And I was like, really? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He makes an insert Venus joke too at the same time here. He is just oh my God. Hang on. Where are you going now? He was supposed to see you that evening.
He was supposed to come back home, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting on him.
Yeah. I go, what happened with her? Like, how long is that? Tell me about that. And he goes, I was supposed to be with her that evening.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Cry. Let me move this. He said, I didn't even get the chance to tell her goodbye, and I'm sorry. And he's like sitting in the car with me. I'm sitting next to him. Oh, or check back there. There was one literally that went by my head at that point.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Or hang on. He says, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like that. He like comes up and he does the whole hand thing. He's like, I didn't do this. I'm sorry. Like looks at you like that. He's like consistently trying to want to have a little girl with you, and I have no idea why that is a thing. Like there's like a little girl and you and him all together for some reason. I have no idea why. You thought you were pregnant once before? But nothing ever happened.
No. We had talked about like having kids one day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's talking about, I go, so did you have a miscarriage or anything like that? And he was like, no, he's talking about how like there was a thought, but nothing. I was like, okay, a little girl would have been the whole thing. Hang on. And I think that's still going to be a thing later on, but we'll get into that in a second. Wait. Is his mom kind of rude to you?
She's not rude. She's like blunt.
He goes, can you tell my mom not to be rude to her? I still love her. Like that. I was like, all right, I will say it.
No, his mom is very sweet to me. It's just like it's the Capricorn in her. Like, it's just the way she comes off.
I get it. No, I know. My son is a Capricorn and my husband is an Aries Capricorn. Imagine that. Hang on. I want to look at y'all's chart in just a second because I want to see why you guys vibe so well together. He melts in your hands. He's having this thing where you go up and you like do this on his face and he just melts in it. He's doing that over and over and over again. Oh man, hang on. Oh, watch out for orbs. I don't know what he's making me do. It's a wave. So he was still addicted to this when you met him.
Yeah.
He says, I said, so what, so what about your relationship did you like? He goes, she found me like this. she found me like this, man, like that, like talking about, you know, still being,
Yeah.
still or whatever it is. And he goes, and she saw something different. And he's talking about how like, I didn't change. And he's in denial. He was in denial for a long time about it too. He's in denial. He said, he's like, I didn't care. No, 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 no. He said, I couldn't see, and I wish I did.
Yeah.
She couldn't leave me though. No. He's
I would
talking
never.
He's talking about the fights. He couldn't leave me though. I said, really?
Yeah.
He said, he talks about you being his rock. He says that's a good woman to have when I put her through all this shit and she still loves the fuck up. And I was like, you're not. Don't worry about it. He says we feel stupid every single day. For he goes, he talks, he's so funny. He's like
He's really funny.
He is. He goes, I'm talking to him in this car, in this little car, and he goes, you know, this really helps me. You know, like he's having this conversation, and I'm like, I know. He says, I don't want you to find somebody like me. You had enough of that. That's what he keeps saying. This guy is like, this is like X Games mode right now. I don't know what's happening. She still celebrates me like I'm a fucking king. Mm-hmm. Who says he's talking about you going on, like, I guess are you going back to school right now? Or are you going like for, what is that?
I keep talking about going back to school.
You need to. Are you going to go into like the medical area?
He always thought I should, but yeah, I'm just still working my day job.
Okay, I think you need to, because he keeps pushing that for you. He goes like this. He says, she's going to go back to school. She's going to get her shit together. She's going to do this. And he keeps putting you in this medical area. And he goes, what am I going to do? And I was being kind of self-loathing right now. He goes, what am I going to do? He goes, I'm going to be forever remembered as this. And I was like, no, you're not. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. And I think he keeps saying, like, I'll do it right on my side, which means for me is like that he's going to help you get there. He's going to assist you there. And you feel him lay next to you at night?
A week ago, I told my sister this. It happened twice. Everyone would say like, oh, like I feel him, and I never really did, but very recently it happened 2 days in a row. I felt like he was in the room. So the first time it happened, I was getting ready to go to bed, and I was like, yeah, like if you're gonna show up, you can't do it right before I go to bed, and you're being super creepy. Like he was just, it was just so powerful. And then it happened the next night, but it hasn't happened since.
Okay.
So I felt him, and I was like blown away.
That's him. He goes, this is what he just said. He goes, I show up, and he doesn't want to make you afraid. And he goes, I lay with her at night when she's asleep, and I just cry. So he's sad because he tries to get into where you're sleeping on your side and he sleeps on his side facing you. That's what he tries to do, like that. And he gives you a kiss right there. I know she looks at me, but does she see me? Yeah, she does. Hang on. He goes, it's just hard, fuck, like that. And I'm like, can you stop? Can you stop? God, I don't even know this is like really intense right now. Wow. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, let me do this. He calls your name. He calls your name. It's like an echo, or like it's almost like you could hear it. You feel him walk past. He is a presence. He is a presence. Hang on. Let me ask him. I'm going to see if he can make an orb show up again real quick. Give me a second. Give me 30 seconds. I'll do it whenever it gets like really, really emotionally charged, like happened a second ago. Hang on. He keeps telling you need a little friend. You need a little friend over and over again. Hang on. He's talking about how, whatever. Okay, so you live in the city. He's talking about the shitty job and the shitty city. And I'm like, okay. He's talking about how, hold on. Do you live in Pennsylvania?
I do.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a cheese chocolate bar in my head. That's my sign for Pennsylvania. Really? You don't even have an accent. You didn't have an accent. That's interesting. Hold on. That's weird. I like it. Hang on. So the reason why I said that is because he goes to shitty city. I was like, what city? And
Philly.
he makes, yeah. Oh, okay.
We're both from Philly. Yeah.
Really? Okay. Yeah. So Pennsylvania in the city, the way it looks in my head is everything is like in blue and gray tones because it's always cold and dreary, And,
yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, okay. Wait. So mom lives in one of those row houses or something?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. He says, I go, so my father, when they came over from Russia, they settled in Pennsylvania, in that area, and they had row houses, and he's talking about, oh, just like your father's. I'm like, really? So yeah, that's the whole thing. Hold on. He was the cutest one out of everybody in the family. He's the hottest one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Everybody else was like ugly or something. I don't know what it is. He's talking about how yeah, but he's cocky though. He
definitely.
Who is like do we have like a I don't know if it's Justin or Dustin. Do we have somebody by the name of that?
I think he has a cousin named Dusty.
Oh, okay.
But I've never met him.
Gotcha. Do you know if they were close?
I don't think they were too close before he passed.
Gotcha. Okay. It's like reaching out. So we had mom, we had that, we have you here. These are the most important people in his life. Then he's with dad, so that's okay, or stepdad. Hang on. How long is your hair when you take it down?
I can with my arm, it's probably halfway down my back.
Okay. He says, I go, oh, she has short hair. I was like, I bet she has it up in a little, ponytail. He goes, oh no. And he has it come down to like right here. Right. And he goes, I like to, this is what he did. He goes, I like to go up and smell it. So he comes from behind and he does like,
he loves my hair. Yeah.
Where he puts it in there. And I was like, well, that's not weird at all. I was like, that's okay.
He's a weirdo. That's funny. Yes. I have long hair.
Oh, gotcha. And yours is naturally like curly?
Yes, I said it beforehand. I was like, say something about my hair.
Really?
Oh my God. On my life, literally, I was outside smoking a cigarette. And I was like, just say something about, I was just naming all this stuff that I was like, you could say this, you could say this, and I would know it was you. And I was like, say something about my hair, because he's
Yeah.
always been obsessed with my hair.
He keeps going like this.
Yes, my hair is very curly and it's long.
See, there you go. Yeah, that's just him. And this is just flow. This is just me allowing him to say what he wants to say. You're just relaxed.
Crazy.
I know. Wait. Says you spend too much money on your nails, but you go to a shitty joint.
Oh, I go in Philly, but I do spend a lot of money on my nails.
He has no idea how much I spend on Botox on my face.
Right.
Yeah, whenever you have a whole, well, this is filler. If you have a whole syringe of filler, that's $1,000. He can. My husband is funny. He'll come with me to go get it first. When now he comes and gets a pedicure with me when I get my nails redone. And at first he was like, I don't see why it takes them 2 hours. And now he goes and he's like, $260. I'm like, yeah,
exactly.
For everybody all together. They don't get it. I kind of want you to, at some point, I kind of want you to, there's two things I want you to do. I want you to go to medical, or I want you to go in like medical esthetician, one or the other. Have you ever thought about doing that?
I've always been like super into like makeup and stuff, if that's what you mean.
Well, more than that, like Botox, filler, and stuff like that.
Oh, I mean, like I watch a lot of that stuff on like TikTok.
Okay, so one of the things
I'm always like scrolling through.
Okay, so reason why I say that is go to school and do for like not just makeup but like esthetician, so like facials and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's really good. And then when you do that, go back for a year and get your license so that way you could do injectables.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is that? And I want to look at your chart in just a second. You have this fun, charismatic, light attitude that makes people very, very comfortable with you. B, you have an eye for perfection. And because you like it in yourself, you'll see it in others. You'll give them your honest opinion and you'll do it to the best of your abilities. D, because of how you are and like this warm feeling coming from you and that you can always make things better, you would do really, really well money-wise too. And then later on down the line, you could have like your own little practice and you could open it up on the side. Like that would be really good. So while I'm here right now, I want to do your chart too. I want to see what this is. I want to see what his was. I want to see what yours was. Hang on. And also, thank you for hanging out with me. A lot of people are absolutely terrified for a session, and I'm like, it's really just chill. Like,
no, I was terrified. I was running around my house. I told my niece, I was like, I have a really important meeting. Like, you can't come downstairs. I was like, I have anxiety. So I was just like, I was excited, but I was super nervous. But once we started, like, I felt a lot better.
Okay. Right. Yeah. No, it's just chill. It's chill. And if I do my job right and you you do your job right, which you did, they're great. They're just people. They just don't have bodies. That's what we have to remember. When is your birthday?
My birthday is June 19th, 1997.
Are you really? Oh, okay. That's my daddy's birthday. I like it. Yeah, 1997, you said? Cool. And then what city were you born in? Philadelphia. Really?
Yeah, Philly, PA.
Okay. Born and raised. No accent. That's so weird. Most of my people from Philly have like this really intense, we're gonna go get a Philly cheesesteak, like all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I sound different when I talk to like strangers, but like if I were to talk to like Ed or like my boyfriend, like his is terrible. Oh my gosh.
Is it okay? Oh, okay. That's why
when I talk to someone for the first time, I definitely try to tone it back.
You do your regular one. I get it. Wait,
like my work voice, yeah.
That's I understand. When is his birthday?
His birthday is October 12th, 1995.
He would be a Libra. That would make sense. And he was born in Philly too?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I see more Libras have drug addiction problems than anybody else in the world. Why is that? It's because they feel like nothing ever is going to happen to the bad. And it's also because they have to a lot of emotional turmoil and they don't know how to deal with it. No wonder he's that. This is why you guys got along together. This is also, wow. Hang on. You are Okay, so let me tell you about you really quick. So when I'm talking about signs and him, we're going to go over both. When I'm talking about signs and symbols, what I'm talking about is frequency. So how you match with another person on an energetic level. So your sun sign, so your outer personality is in Gemini, conversational, fun, light, right? His is in Libra. Again, it's an air sign. So light, fun, ha ha ha. So where you keep the conversation going, he keeps it interesting. So it's both.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to emotional state, so what somebody emotionally needs in their life, yours is in Sagittarius. So yours, this is why I'm like, you need to be in teaching. You need to be in like growth, because Sagittarius is all about learning and learning everything properly and being the best at it. And so that's exactly, it was like, it gives mad Virgo vibes as well. And that's why, because you do have that, and we'll get into that too. His emotional side, his moon is in Gemini. So what can happen here is that he has two parts of him. The non-drug person, the actual drug person, right? So it's back and forth. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I love you, I love this. And so it's just back and forth. And you are very logical. So you're like, I see you, I see that, I will love both. Okay.
Right.
So like you logically make it happen. So this is why this got along really well. Another thing is your communication style. Yours is in Gemini. So yours is all about talkative, right? The same thing. His is also in Gemini. So it matches perfectly. Like you both have great communication. The other thing is like emotional needs. He has a two-face. You are, let's just learn about it. Let's figure it out. Right. Now, this is another thing. Man, you guys are karmatic if you ever say it. So your Venus, so how you want to be loved and how you give love in return, that is in Cancer. So that means when you get with somebody, that means you will protect them at all cost and you will love them all the way through. Cancer people in love, they stay for forever, no matter what. And since you have and since you have Sagittarius as your emotional state, you're going to logically explain to yourself why you can stay. That's why. His Venus, so how he wants to be loved and loved in return, is in Scorpio. So he has that darker, more in depth, like, I'm going to be with you and I'm going to be with you forever. And I'm going to go through these ups and downs of blah, 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 blah. So this can be, you would be his rock. You would be his grounding while he's going through all this craziness, but he needs somebody like you. He needs somebody like you. The other thing is that your Mars, so this is how you fight. This is your drive in life. And this is another really cool reason why I was like, you should totally go into like aesthetics, like go into that. So your Mars is in Libra. So that means your drive in life and career, that's going to be driven by aesthetics, by beauty, by things like perfection. So it's not so much, did I build the house? It's what are the things that we put in the house, right? So it's not so do I do skin reconstruction? It's how do we make it more beautiful on the outside? So like this, it'd be perfect for you. Plus it's fun, it's interesting, it's light. Another thing is that his Mars, so his drive in life, this is where the issue is his Mars was in Scorpio as well, which means that his drive would be really, really good. And then it would be absolutely shitballs terrible. And then it would be really, really good again. And it's this vicious cycle. Every single person that I have read that has like died of a drug overdose or of a suicide way, they have a lot of heavy Scorpio in their chart. And it's because it's just, they're trying to either emotionally cope with something and they can't get out of it, right? Or they have the really bad school of hard knocks that we're trying to numb, and that's literally what's happening here. The other thing is that his ascendant, so his outer personality, how he was, and this is why you liked him when you met him. So his outer personality was in Sagittarius. So that's your emotional state. So how he was acting outwardly, you're like, oh my God, he's like me, right? And so that's why that happens. And then your ascendant, your outer personality was in Virgo, which has nothing to do with him, but what he needed was somebody that was logical, somebody that was grounded, somebody that was true to themselves. And that was you. Okay. Another thing too with this, and no wonder I vibe with this guy. No wonder I like him. these two placements, so we all have a thing called a second house. The second house
Yeah.
is our, like, our backbone of our life, right? So it's this stability thing. So yours is in Libra, so that means you're going to be at home with your family for a long time until you like gain your wings. That also means that you are going to almost, quote unquote, have like a little bit of a late start in life because you're still trying to figure out where or what you want to do, right? You don't bloom until later, which is fine. Another thing is that family is a really, really big important thing for you. And then him, we already see this, but he has Capricorn in the second house, and Capricorn in the second house means if you can get through all of your really shitty challenges, you can have an amazing life. But it is slow and steady wins the race, and it is a battle uphill. And I can tell you that, so I have a Capricorn in the second house as well. And I had 26 surgeries before the age of 28 from near-death experiences and a divorce and losing the use of my legs and coming back and like brain cert, like you name it, the whole thing. And so after all that, we became successful because we learned from the school of hard knocks. Right. So him, right, if he would have learned from this and this oops wouldn't have happened, he could have been somebody with his Scorpio and his Libra, he could have been somebody that helped kids get sober. He could have been somebody that helped people do a reach out program. He could have been the person putting people in rehab and saying, dude, I was here too. I got it. Right. And so that's why he acts this way with you, with being around you, with making sure you're okay, because he's still that type of person. I want to make sure she's fine. I want to make sure she's good. Okay. So I'll never think he's left, but that's exactly what happened. Now, another thing too, is that you guys are great for each other, and you still are going to be. For one reason, this is also a reason why you and I vibe. So we all have a thing called masculine versus feminine energy. That means, do we think logically or do we think emotionally? So he is 8 feminine and 2 masculine. So he thinks emotionally first, right? People with men that think emotionally first, generally, if they don't have an outlet of it, generally they get involved with like drugs and alcohol very heavily because they don't know how to get out of it. It's interesting. It's a common pattern. And then you have 8 masculine and 2 feminine, just like me. And so you think logically. So you're like, well, I love you. I will help you.
Right.
Yeah. So this is why it's a karmatic relationship. And so do you have any questions for me at all?
I did have one written down, and it's funny that you keep saying the karmatic between us two, is that I always wondered if, I don't know, obviously, if you can answer this, but I didn't know, like, him being on the other side, he would know. But I always wanted to know if we were, like, we had like a karmic connection or whatever, like if we were like together in past lives, or how our relationship works.
Okay, so with me right now, especially with the feeling all the way through, and that's why I'm like, you guys don't feel like, just this love relationship. It feels like this brother sister thing all the way through, because it's so much more of a, it's hard to explain feeling. It's so much more of a solid than anything else. It just feels like, and so for me, what this would lead is that either you guys were also married in a past life, but probably opposite ways. So you were probably the gentleman and he was probably the female. What happens here, right? Or another thing is that you went into it and you guys are probably going to end up being brother and sister next time. And so, okay, listen to this, or sister and sister, like that partner. Right. Why? Because y'all are both going to be on equal footing. And so you both will listen to each other. Right. And it's probably going to be that next time you're going to end up being, if we're here on earth, you're going to end up being like the older brother, and he's going to end up being the younger sister. And so that way you can boss him around, because he's going to have to learn that karmatic tie. This area, this was played out this way this time. And so what happened? He got a little bit too full of himself. He's a little bit older, his shit doesn't with mom, right? And so the universe or God gave him a thing and said, all right, we're going to let you try this. And then he didn't do it. So now it's like, all right, we got to do it again. Right. And so, no, totally. 110%. And just from the way that he feels here, he just, I would not be surprised if you were to turn your camera and then I just see him sitting there. Like, that's how close this guy feels to you. So yeah, definitely karmatic, definitely keeps going, definitely on that. And so what I want you to do in closing and with everything is I want you to create a brand new type of relationship with him.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to put your life on hold. I want you to live for him. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want you to not live because of him. So I want you to live for him. I want you to do something that makes you absolutely happy. I don't want you to tell yourself no. I don't want you to tell yourself, I can't do this. I don't want you to tell yourself, well, what if it doesn't work out? I just want you to choose something and focus on it and watch the magic happen.
Okay.
Seriously, choose something, focus on it, watch the magic happen. Don't say the if, ands, or buts. Just do it. Now, it's another thing. Remember too with that whatever we put our focus on, that will be illuminated, that will grow.
Yeah.
Okay. So make sure, remember that. And he's going to help you out with that. Now, how do I want this relationship to grow better with y'all? How do I want you obviously have sensed him. He obviously is talking about that. He's obviously here. But what I want you to do is tonight, before you go to bed, I want you to take a couple of minutes and I want you to remember some really good memories. I want you to tell him how much you love him. I want you to tell him that you forgive him because you do. I want you to just talk to him. And then in your head, when you feel this overwhelming feeling of crying, because that's what's going to be, that's called love. That's when they show up. It's this wave, like the waves I was getting. I'm like, oh, here it is. You can feel it. At that moment, I want you to say, okay, I want to create this relationship with you. I want you to send me some signs. These are the ones that I want. Okay. What I want you to do is in your head, when you feel that, I want you to picture anything that you want to see in your head, whether it be something stupid like an Arkansas plate, license plate, right? Whatever you leave out, or a hot pink teddy bear. I want you to focus on that in your head. And I want you to say, this is what I want to see in my life in the next 72 hours. Give it to me. And I'll know you're here. Okay. Focus on it, envision it, see it, tell him that, give him a time frame, and then let it go. And then watch over the next 72 hours, that thing will show up in your life. And when it does, I want you to freak out. I want you to be amazed. And then I want you to do it again the next night. Okay. So what that does is that builds confidence that you know that they're around, and that builds confidence that they know that you're getting the signals. Okay. And then what happens is that creates more energy for them to use. And so it can continue on and on and on and on and on. And so do that. And in closing for right now, take a couple of minutes when we get off here. I want you to have a good breather. I want you to have a good cry. Okay. And then tonight, do that. And then tell them you love them. Got it? Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I love you. I love you.
I'm so excited I did this.
I know. Well, if you need me, or if you ever have any questions, or if you need me again, just email me. Okay. I got you. Okay.
And real quick, I know that you record this. Can you send that to me?
Oh yeah, I'm sending it to you tomorrow morning.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, baby.
Have a great night.
You too. Bye, sweets.